Hello, beautiful people. It's Reverend Beth Walker here. Just a quick update for me. The last 2 weeks of July, I will be on vacation. Don't worry, we will be posting some suggestions for your summer Sabbath, some spiritual practices, and you can find those on our website. Today, I would like to talk about the second chapter of the book, Earth, Our Original Monastery by Christine Wolters Painter. And today we're thinking about the second chapter, Earth as the Original Scripture. So I wonder, have you ever felt like you have finally figured this all out? You know exactly what your next steps are in life? In our sacred story, Jesus has come to the River Jordan and to John, a rebel who is working against his oppressors, along with a small group of followers. According to the Gospel of Luke, John has taken Jesus into the river to baptize him into a movement. The presence of God is with John and with Jesus and with those who gathered there alongside that river in the form of a dove. What an exciting day it must have been for Jesus to find out that he has a call from God. His call is a movement, an arc toward justice for all of creation. Interesting, the first thing that Jesus does is go out into the wilderness. He goes into a desert of all places, where there is nothing. And by nothing, in this landscape, there is no vegetation, no water, no streams, very little or no rain, no people, no animals. I've been to this desert place where they think Jesus walked or stayed for 40 days. And it truly is a barren landscape. Here Jesus was willing to listen and to learn and to contemplate how he would engage in his ministry. And I'm sure it was not easy to be open and vulnerable as he waited to be tested, as he grew weaker. Day by day, he wasn't eating when he was fasting. From this place of discomfort, he was tempted and challenged. And he quoted scripture that shared that the love of God is for all. Jesus discerned that his ministry was not about wealth or power over, but power with. This is wisdom. The first thing Jesus does before starting his ministry is to contemplate in nature. And then he acts. For you theological nerds out there like me, this is incarnational theology, when the stuff of God takes on flesh and bone and breath. Jesus is centered in wisdom, which is dynamic, situational, and contextual. From this place of diversity, inclusiveness, and a love of God that knows no boundaries, Jesus begins his ministry, which changed the world. This is not the only time Jesus retreats throughout his ministry. Jesus retreats into nature multiple times, to the edges of things. He travels to lake shores, caves, to be in relationship with himself, his tradition, and his God. Our tradition offers the monk's path. When we bring our attention to something in nature, whether it be the cycle of a life of a tree, a stone, or a creature, when we bring ourselves truly present to creation, you can sense an inner stillness, meeting a place of stillness in your own mind and heart. The only proper response to these transcendent moments like these, when you see wisdom, when I see wisdom, is to bow my head in gratitude and know that I am joining in with the prayer and the work to bring about the world God dreams of, that is already here and all around us. The Celtic tradition maintains that we receive 2 books of Revelation, and by revelation I mean how God is present in our world. One are the books of Scripture, stories of encounters of the holy. The other is a vast book of creation. God is in all things and is the true essence of all things. I'm standing by a root system of a tree that's over 300 years old. Imagine what this tree has witnessed. I'm here in Marigold Park today, standing by this beautiful tree, which fell due to a powerful windstorm a few years ago. New practices of caring for our forest are to leave as much of the tree as you can in place in which it fell. Wisdom has shown that everything you need for the next generation of trees is here. We can witness that lichen has begun to grow on this tree, which in time, along with other acts of nature, such as creatures' weather, will break down the tree, releasing nutrients back into the forest floor. You can see a small and yet very well-nourished tree just behind it, beginning to grow alongside this dead and decaying tree. In this time with our systems, our world that seems to be collapsing all around us, it is helpful for me to meditate upon a tree like this. Spending time with this tree helps me to see the wisdom of the ages that is present in nature, and it helps me reflect on my faith tradition, and this gives me hope for the future and for the future of our children. My encouragement to you this summer is to spend some time in the landscapes that are around you, that call to you. Gaze upon these holy places like they are a sacred text. Open your heart to the knowledge that these places and spaces are full of the wisdom that you need to navigate your way through your life. As Christine would say, allow the seasons, the elements, the creatures and the landscapes, the weather, all dance together to offer you a revelation of the holy source of all that is. Be sure to join us this Sunday for scripture and beautiful music and a premiere video on Facebook. This Sunday morning, it will be posted around 10:30. I apologize to those who had some trouble last week. We had technology issues, but we've got it worked out this week. Blessings, my friends, and I look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks.